Hello. It is time for me to do my little Neopets news recap and checking in on how my personal Neopets are doing. Hope you all are doing well. Let's start with Neopets news because I'm here on jellyneo because I opened up jellyneo before I opened up Neopets. There's new dye works that are available in the NC Mall. They will be available until April 20th. Have fun with that. It's also Chomby Day, the day that I'm filming. We probably won't get Chomby information until tomorrow, Monday or Tuesday, but if you have a Chomby and you see this video, put it in the Swashbuckling Academy so you can get some free training done. If your pet is over level 40, I can't help you with that one. But we have Illison Days roundup. Illison Day is in full swing, and we got more Var Wolf colors, Woodland and Baby. If I do my ranking, Woodland, I guess, because Varwolves are from like the Haunted Woods, so this is like a spookier take on Woodland with like the spider web and like the red eyes coming out of the leg. There we have that. And then Baby is a paint color that a lot of people like. I'm very neutral towards the baby paint. So there we go. A lot of stuff for Varwolves. A lot of stuff for Varwolves. There's also a new Illison themed dress available at Uni's Clothing. I would love to see how this looks on a Neopet that isn't a Grundle, but I'm not about to do that. And there's a new spring color for your Marlock over at Pet Puddles. And there's a new Garden Gnome. We have new Shenanigan Party Lovely Lotus. This feels Neocache-like. So we're going to keep scrolling. St. Patrick's Day has passed. It has at the time of me filming and putting this video out. Hopefully you all could get a 12-leaf clover from Pick Your Own. I didn't do Pick Your Own on. Yeah, you know, just didn't get around to it, so I don't have a 12-leaf clover. Some stuff with the apps for the app people. And then if we go to page 2, Scorchio Day. I talked about Scorchio Day with like the polka dot and how I wanted the purple base to be different. Okay. What else do we have? Now time to do some dailies. This is going to be a quick episode. Just wanted to come in, check, see how everyone's doing. I'm like, we're going into spring break this week, so for school, I'm like, all right, I guess. Like, no one told me to go back to school. I could have, like, not gone back to school, but I'm doing it to try to, like, better myself or whatever. And it's just a lot. And, like, I'm very happy that I'm on spring break because I have a break. But, like, I'm not doing anything fun with the spring break. I'm gonna work on my final because basically the whole way this class is set up is like the first whatever weeks, 8 weeks or whatever, up until midterms, up until spring break, is learning stuff, and then the second half is preparing like a 40-page paper. So now I'm in the phase where it's just like writing papers, which is not my strong suit. But that's what this class is. So that's how my class is going. My streaks are always doing bad. I always come in here and it's always embarrassing because I can never keep a streak alive on neopets.com. I used to be great with a streak, and I think my longest Trudy streak was also when I was doing the advent calendar and I was filming those episodes. So maybe I'm actually kind of bad with streaks. I just have to film every day in order to do them. I'm sure what's going on over on my quest log. Streak broken. Oh no. We're gonna just forfeit. We're gonna forfeit. I'm not feeling it. We're gonna try. Maybe I can get some code stones. We'll see. We will see. But I will take this stamp. And we'll see if I have this stamp in my inventory. I haven't really been doing a whole lot of stuff because I've been preparing for my midterm, which is all turned in. I don't have my grade back yet, but it's turned in. I've kind of been doing kitchen class. I've kind of been putting the Pedialyte in training. I feel like even when I can't do stuff on Neopets, I'm trying to get Pedialyte all trained up because I want to get out of whatever academy I'm in now and get to like the red code stones by the end of the year. And if I'm doing like a Q1 check-in, I'm a little bit off because I took, you know, February and March off of Neopets. So there we go. I took some time off in January as well, but I'm feeling it's one of those things where like you can't have all three and it's a triangle, you can only pick two. So right now, like, School isn't that bad because I'm on break, but work is testing me, and then outside of work is testing me. So I'm just here to play some Neopets and have some fun. I'm waiting for there to be information about Festival of Negs, because I feel like Festival of Negs is a springtime, like it has to happen in April, right? So I'm ready for that, just so I can come in and talk, because I like doing this channel. I like talking about Neopets. I'm still playing Neopets. But if they're not giving me things to do, yeah, I don't. Do you want to see me do dailies every single day? Like, I feel like if you're watching my channel, you tend to like Neopets. You would like to see it. But Neopets is one of those things where it's like, if there's not a lot new that's going on, do you want to just see me do this every day? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. So that's why I like the Neopet events. I don't like Altador Cup, but I'm gonna come in more often for Altador Cup. I'm gonna get this quesadilla every time I'm in the Haunted Woods and not get the cool stuff, but that's fine. That is fine. What else? What? So we have Negs. We have Festival of Negs. Maybe Orion will come back. Maybe I get my boy Orion. Who knows? And then we have Altador Cup, and then Fairy Festival, Festival of Fears, and then like I said in the past like 14 videos in a row, it's basically December. So, do I have anything else I have to click? Nope. Alright, so there we go. There we go. How are you all doing? How are your pets? Any new customs? Any new fun names? Did you make a Chombi today? How's pet trading? Because that's one thing I am not dipping my toe into, is pet trading on Neopets. Hopefully it's going well. Hope everything's going well. How's album collecting out? I just got a new stamp from the daily today. Not that I'm doing very well with my albums. Avatar. Has there been a new Avatar? Has there been a new Avatar lately? I don't know. And then I know I talked about finding the Love Bomb one, where you have to like purchase a certain item and use it in the Battledome to get the avatar. Did we ever confirm that's how you get the avatar? And then if we did confirm it, I'm guessing those prices are crazy. All of that stuff. It feels just like a slower time for Neopets. They gave us a little survey, and there we go. What pet am I going to put in? We're going to put in Frank, and then we're going to zap 1337. And that's how it goes. What did I click on? We're gonna just keep going. We're gonna keep going. I don't really know what else to say. I'm filming earlier in the day, which is good. This is like a very odd Sunday for me, where I don't have a lot of anxiety. Sundays, it's either I'm rushing to finish homework, or rushing to finish a school assignment, or I'm dreading work so bad that all I can do is think about work, and then the day goes by so much faster that I'm like, just because I'm just like in a ball of anxiety. Dreading work. Today's been fine. I went on a walk. I also went on a walk yesterday. Love a nice little long walk. I actually did something yesterday which is very surprising, because I am famously the most uninteresting person on earth. So I did stuff yesterday. Got a lot of steps yesterday. Got up, did a little walk today, did my laundry. I made a poke bowl, which was really more just like rice and chicken. And I have some carrots, so I shaved up some carrots for that. And then I had sauce. But I was like thinking about getting a poke bowl, and I was about to like order one. And it was going to cost like $23. And I said, there's no way a poke bowl should cost $23. So I'm like, well, how much does it cost if I pick it up? And it was like $20 to pick it up. And I'm like, no. So I just made not a true poke bowl, but I made chicken and rice. So that's what I did today. And here we are. Now I'm playing Neopets, and I'm not rushing to finish up Neopets because it's like kind of earlier that I'm filming. So there we go. Just a nice little boring check-in. My weekly check-in. I'm chilling, nothing crazy happening on Neopets. I kind of want something crazy to happen, so like I said, so I have something to talk about. But until that happens, I'll just come in and we'll do this thing. How are your pets? How do you choose what pet you give to a pet? I think because I'm so detached from like customizing pets, I don't think about like the P2s and the P3s, but also when I was doing that survey, it's like there's 10 million pets. How do you all determine it? Like, do you just like zap? If you like, in theory, you have a complete custom for your main pet and you want like a pet with it, do you just like go out and buy it and paint it, or do you just kind of zap until you feel what works? Because right now I'm zapping and I'm feeling what works for my P2s. And then I feel like there's not a lot of P3s, and a lot of P3s are like bugs. And I don't like bugs. I don't want like a bug attached to a permanent custom. And I just need more P3s available, and I need less P2s. So that's how I'm feeling. Very useful. For my library first, we have to go look over at Zamifolia because Zamifolia changed another color. Another color. There's just so many color changes for me for Zamifolia. Look at this. Look at this girl. Sketch. Let me take the island off. But like, why are you Sketch? Why have you been 800 different colors? Like, that's wild. It's wild to me how many color changes I've had for this Lenny. Like, I had the Halloween stuff. I zombie for a little bit. Mystery Island. Now we're Sketch. I've had red. I've had like blue. There was a yellow in there, and I think I got red again. And now we're at Sketch. I feel like this is just a very odd lab zap for me to have Zamifolia not only be a Lenny this long. I mean, I'm with pet species for a while, but this feels like one of the longer ones. But I'm getting like 1 or 2 color changes a week, which I feel like when I was zapping Zamifolia before, it was just color changes. And Zamifolia is like my second or third lab rat. Who's my first? Love Beyonce. Where is Love Beyonce? Right here. I feel like Love Beyonce was originally a Corbat, and I got a couple species changes, a couple of whatevers, and I was filming. Like, I've had this channel for over a year. I zapped Love Beyonce into a Vandy and then into a Mutant Vandy, both live on dailies. So they're on my channel unless it's one of my earlier videos that are private. But I feel like Love Beyonce just came together so fast. And then I've been zapping Zamifolia. Because I've had Love Beyonce for like probably a year in March. And so like for the past year, we've been on this journey with Zamifolia. And you're not a Jub. And you're not a Kiko. You were a Minchi for a while. That was like a rough 2 weeks. And I'm just so fascinated. So fascinated with all this. Like, this is true like Lenny representation over here on my channel. Anyways, we're gonna zap Zamifolia, and I just did all that song and dance to get more stats, I'm guessing. I'm gonna lock in with stat changes. There we go. 3 strength points. That is a stat change. And then if we come over again, please don't do this, we get a gender change. And she changes gender. So that's all the fun stuff with Zamifolia. Now I'm just looking at the history. Oh, remember when Zamifolia was a cow and I was gonna zap for a burlap cow? I ended up using premium to species change into a burlap cow. But there we go. 275 zaps. Overall down 2 levels. A lot of HP. A lot of strength, not a lot of defense. Good amount of movement. 4 times we were zapped back to level 1. 23 gender zaps. 8 species. What species have you been? Let's go all the way to the beginning. This is fun. You all are having fun. Did I only start doing this in September? Or is this when I started recording my zaps? Did I have a long break? Or did I adopt someone and zap them and then put them back in the pound? So I feel like I've been doing the song and dance with zamifolia for a long time, but these are mostly strength. Now if I go back a page, there we go. And that look, yeah, we always remember this. So this isn't fully recorded because I think the library zapper was down for a little bit because of like a Chrome extension something. Because back in like July or whatever, I had this Kiko. And then it changed to a different species, and here we're back in September. I remember. I just have like a bunch of months that were not recorded because of Chrome. But anyways, snow. Remember? Oh, those Kiko days were rough, weren't they? And then there was all this stuff, and then you were Gellert for like a day. For like one day, a red Gellert. And then look at that. Real fast, a blue Zafara. And then we were rocking with a Zafara for a second. Cool. Then we had a new Zafara. And then look at that. Right there in November. And then we have a Piafin. Straight out about the Piafin phase. There we go. Oh, and I liked having a relic Piafin. And then I get a green Minchi. And I shouldn't have zapped that second time that day. Because then I had a Minchi. Sorry to the Minchi heads, but no. Christmas Minchi in time for Christmas time. Wasn't that a wild time? And then what happens here? Pastel. And then checkered. And then we go into Vlogmas. Chocolate. Maybe I haven't been rocking with this as far as it's... And then a green Jub Jub. Green Jub Jub. I knew I had a Jub Jub somewhere in there. And then we had a Tuscanini, which is a pet I don't often think of, but I had for a while. And then we're looking at all the stats, and then a color change. And then when did you become a Lenny? So it was this year that you were a cow? Okay. Then you were a stealthy cow. And then January 26th, yellow Lenny. So it actually hasn't been that long. Hasn't even been 2 months, but I feel like zamifolia has spiritually been a Lenny for about 8 months. But now, look, this is why you have to track everything with the lab ray logger, because I could have sworn I had this Lenny since 2025, and I was wrong. I was wrong about this, and I will be wrong in the future. But it's speckled. We did a speckle. If we look at the colors, there was Halloween. Maybe there weren't that many colors. Sketch, camouflage, island, eventide. There were a lot of colors. Red, zombie, disco. See, I was gaslighting myself and then I ungaslit myself. That is a lot of color changes for me. So there we go. Let's spin a wheel and then we'll get out of here. I just had to jog my memory on the history of zamifolia. But I hope you all are doing well. If there's anything else you want me to talk about, let me know when I can do it. Dr. Sloth's music box, that's great. Like I've been saying in all these videos, I'll come on here like once a week, show y'all what I'm up to, and it's usually nothing because life is boring. For me anyways, but like I kind of need it like that right now. And then whenever we get negs, I'll be in here every day with negs. And then for Altador, I'm not going to be here every day for Altador Cup. I'm going to speed run to the participant trophy and then ignore Altador Cup like I've been doing. And then I'll come in every day for the other events like I have been doing. Hope you all are doing well. If you really, really miss me, I have a backlog of videos you can go back and watch. And then there's other people that do Neopets content. I don't know. You go hang out on jellyneo. Maybe you like the Neoports. I don't know. I don't know how to end a video. So I'm going to just bounce while I'm ahead. Bye.